Hello. Good morning, good evening, good night, family, wherever you are. This is Mary Ann checking on you. It's been a while. I just stopped by on my break and I was like, well, why don't I shoot a video here for people who work night shift like I do? And I think my inspiration for today is giving. A lot of us who work in the diaspora, especially African immigrants, work really hard to make sure that we are supporting our families and ourselves here and abroad. And my topic today is about giving. I've had many stories and I also have my own experiences about giving to ungrateful people, and sometimes that hurts. And if you're a giver, I consider myself a giver. If you're a giver, you give because that's who you are. You give because you have empathy. You give because you want somebody else to go ahead. You want to improve somebody's life and take them from point A to point B, where they can help themselves and hopefully help somebody else. So you're like paying it forward. So if you like to pay it forward, sometimes it's tempting to look back and expect something back, or expect people to reward you, or to actually even be grateful and say thank you. And sometimes that doesn't happen, and that sometimes can hurt. One day, a friend of mine, actually my sister, told me, in Swahili it says, tenda wema nenda zako, do well and go your way. So don't look behind. Sometimes people ask you to loan them money and expecting them to give back. Most of the time they don't. In fact, most of the monies I have loaned, I have never got back. So I've had successful people tell us that when you give, don't expect the money back. Give and let it go, and don't give what you can't afford to lose. So whenever you give, just give it knowing that it's not coming back. So if you're expecting something back, that's not giving. That's loaning. And if you read a book, there's a book about giving that is written. I should be able to pin it when I remember at the end of this video, and you can know what book I'm talking about. Giving should not be equated to loaning. Loaning is a different story. So if you're loaning, that's a different story. You should maybe make an agreement or go through, whatever. But if you're giving expecting money back, it's not gonna get back. Give because you're a giver, and God loves a cheerful giver. So once you give, don't expect it back. And most of us work really hard, and sometimes we give up a lot. We sacrifice our sleep, we sacrifice our lifestyle, we sacrifice our own children. A lot of people don't spend enough time with their children because they have to work hard, especially in the diaspora, to make ends meet. Life here is expensive, and that's why I really encourage people who are able to invest back home to invest. So I'm talking to mostly Africans who can invest back home. African Americans have an opportunity to invest back home in motherland. You can buy properties. You may not be able to buy land, but you can buy properties. I do know that there are some African countries like Ghana, and I think Sierra Leone, that is giving free land to African Americans. So you can invest in land in Africa and start, dropping your dollars back in the motherland. The dollar goes far while you are there. Labor is cheaper, equipment is cheaper, and life is cheaper over there. So you're able to go far if you invest back home. So I'd encourage you to invest. Anyways, this is just a little tip for you to inspire those who work hard. Sometimes the people you give don't even talk to you. I have experiences. I have people that don't talk to me, but yet I sacrifice so much to make their lives better. Paid for their education, paid for for so much, tuition, paid for hospital bills, people will still not talk to you. They will not be grateful. Just let it go. Let God deal with that and keep on moving. I hope that this video inspires you. I'll see you in the next one.